Death, per se, in a sense, is a return to your originality, to your real self, the eternal part of you. We shouldn't confuse the ending of it to be the ending of us. There is a timing. If there is a time for him, there's a time for everybody. There is timing that the cartoon is switched on, and there will be timing for it to be switched off. Evolution means increasing the awareness of the self. So instead of 100% absorption in the film, you are now awakening to yourself. It becomes a lucid dream. It's absorbing the drama to the extent that he's forgetting totally his divine. If we can awaken to 50%, and then there is that 50% in the drama, then we are different. Then you have the chance to know about when the drama started and where you have reached and when it is going to end. You can know it and specific.
Right, John Cosmic Foundation, welcome again. And I'm very happy on a weekend like this one because I'm always learning new things. I'm learning things related to the physical, things related to the mental, and things related to the reality. Fortunately, I have Dr. Baffour Jan here again, and today we want to discuss death. What is death? Is it important? You see, there are lots of videos I've watched about doctor talking about death, which is, a little different from what we used to think. And today he's going to explain very well so that all of us will understand the meaning of death. Welcome again. Sit back, relax, and call a friend to tell a friend to join us every weekend. Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
Very happy again to have you. Today we are discussing death. And it's a kind of, controversy. Let me put it in that way because sometimes we watch your videos, we listen to you, and what do you think about death is different from what you are saying. So today we want some explanations so that basic people will understand the meaning of death. So first of all, let's start with it. What is death?
Death. When you are using an equipment and then you decide to withdraw from that equipment because you finish using it or it has served its purpose, and then you are withdrawing from the equipment, you remain. And that is where you see the difference between you and the equipment. Because the time you are using the equipment, you are so united with the equipment that your attention is not on who you are. Your attention is what the equipment is doing. You see? So, if the equipment makes you see some things, it is only that. But you, the one seeing, is not in your experience. Your experience is what the equipment is providing. You see? So, death means now you are withdrawing from, it's like you are done with the equipment. It has served its purpose. What you want to see, you have seen. And as you withdraw, that is where the attention is coming, who you are. Because the time you are using it, your attention is not on yourself. It is on what your equipment is doing. You see? So body and mind, they are like equipment in that sense. And the spirit is seeing through them. And what is seen, sometimes we call it dreaming. Because dreaming means you shift attention from yourself and there are other things you are looking at. Say, But when we go deeper, then we know that other things, they are not truly real, because a dream after you awaken doesn't exist anymore. You see, when you are dreaming, you sleep, you are dreaming. It is real when you are dreaming. It seems to be. Yes, it is only when you are waking before you know it is not real. You see, it's gone. And most of the time, it will not leave a trace. It is gone. Unless you yourself, what we call memory, is the only thing we can call trace of that thing.
Okay.
You see, so it lives, and just a little bit of connection left behind that I dreamt. You see, so even by and by, even that I dreamt, it will also be forgotten by and by. So initially it goes, but there is some little remnant which is memory. And long time, the memory also goes off. And then that thing is like never existed. Never happened. So life is like that. When we stop the dreaming or using the equipment to see this, to feel this, to touch this, to smell this, to hear this, and all that inside the what the equipment is providing, then at some point that we are stopping to do that, then there is memory left. It is no more there, but it's memory. Now, with the memory also, within time, the memory too will have to dissolve. Now, when it comes to be memory, then we say we have died. But that dying, we still have something inner, that is the memory. And that inner hasn't cleared up. Because of the connection we call memory, sometimes you can redream, and the redreaming may tap on the memory of the old thing which you dreamt. See? But when all is erased, including memory, then we say one has become a realized soul. That means you have returned to where you were before the topic of dreaming came in. And that is spirit, you see. So in this way, we have two steps. Step one, you withdraw from the ongoing thing concerning the equipment, and that is called death. Now, in a sense, there will be a second death because the memory of that thing
It's still there.
is still there inside. And this is where we talk about the inner layers. So you stop the external, you go to the internal. And the internal is like the memory of the external. So it is kept in the internal. And there, activities going on is just memory. It can be memory of old things you have seen with this equipment or different equipments. They are all stored there. And you are seeking. Evolution means you are seeking to transcend not only the external, but the internal. The memory also, you drop it. Then once you drop the memory, then what remains is your pure self. And it is this pure self that we call God. You see. So when that should happen to a person, then we say the person has actually attained realization of the true self, which is God. He has attained Godhood,
Okay.
you see. And many people, when the withdrawal is taking place from the what the equipment is providing, they panic, they fear. Why? Why? Because you become so obsessed with it, and there are new things to see with this equipment, and we want more to see. And then all of a sudden, we come to the end of it. It's just like you're watching a film, you get so absorbed in the film, and then all of a sudden, at long last, it has to end. And it's like, oh, that thing was, I wish it never ended. You see, I wish it never ended. But we shouldn't confuse the ending of it to be the ending of us. And that is where the definition of who you are. The time you are watching all those things, you remain the same, and those things are changing. That is why it's a dream. The things are moving, things are changing, but the real you is not changing. It is absorbed in changing things. And then you stop being absorbed in the changing things. And initially you have a memory of it. And then later you drop the memory. And then you are yourself. You see? So
Wow.
these stages are there in life. It is, you see, people complicate these topics because everyone feels, oh, death. But the truth makes things so simple.
Doctor, it's simple, but somehow complicated based on what you're saying. Because if I understand you right, you want to say, I'm causing my own death. I am using the equipment. And when I use it for some time, I tell myself, no, I won't use the equipment again. And it becomes a memory.
Yeah.
That's the second time. And for some time, I'll drop the memory. And as you were saying, I become God. But if that is so, why do we fear, layman fear death? If I'm doing my own thing, I'm just letting go of the equipment and coming back to myself. Why do we fear death?
Yes, very good question. The thing is this. When you are looking through the equipment and seeing things that the equipment is making, it's like a headset, and you are seeing things like that. Now, the problem is this. When it goes on and on and on, and we are so absorbed in the drama, in the dream, then when we say I, then the definition of I, the identity, is not the original I anymore. But changing things have become me. So I'm changing, I'm growing, I'm this, I'm that. So that is a false identity, and we want it to continue like that because now we know that is who we are. And when that is ending, it means we are ending. You see, it's the false side, false identity that is ending. Are you getting the picture? So, in the process, the inner decision from your spirit has been already, that's why I would say what is written is written. The spirit decides when to enter and when to withdraw. Everything is set.
Okay.
So your spirit knows these things. It's intentionally entering and coming out at a certain time. But the period you are inside it, if you are to remember who you are, then maybe you will be having to slow down looking at those things. Otherwise, you won't be able to remember who you are. Are you getting
You
it?
mean you slow down the drama or the
Yes.
thing you are
You
being
see,
involved in more?
the dreaming process, as you are dreaming, if you remember yourself, like you are lying in bed, but when you are dreaming, you don't know you are lying in bed. You see? Now, if you are beginning to realize you are lying in bed, it means the dream too is becoming dimmer and dimmer. Absorption in the dream is reducing.
Sure.
Are you getting
Yeah.
it? Good. So, but we develop interest in the dream to such an extent that when it has to reduce there for us to remember ourselves, then we resist. But the dream is a new thing, new experience, because all along there wasn't anything like this, and you entered into it, and why are you withdrawing? So the I definition, which is false, that you develop within the period, wants the thing to go on. But the inner decision has decided to withdraw.
Okay.
You
I
understand?
understand.
So it becomes a battle between the inner decision and then the false self's decision. But always the inner wins, because ultimately is the only one, is the only real. So the false self wants everything to go on, never to end. You see, sometimes a child is watching the telly and the toys and how do we call it? They are kind of film cartoons, and the child may be so absorbed. It is time to go and eat. It is time to go and sleep, and you're so absorbed. You come and say, hey, stop it, go and take rest. He may even cry. Why? He wants it to go on. You see? So that is the whole thing. The child has forgotten that time. He has forgotten who he is more absorbed in what is there, not what is here. What is here is himself, but what is there is something new and interesting. So
Okay.
there is some kind of a portion of his mind that is so absorbed in that thing, and so if that thing ends, why should he cry? Because he doesn't want to return to the attention of himself. You see, eternally he is just the one, but now there is this phenomena of temporary forgetting yourself, and that is new. So something new catches attention. So he's forgetting himself because there is something to absorb in, but it's a dream. So he absorbs. And then it gets to a point when you want him to stop absorbing in it and realize who you are, he is not interested in that yet. And that is why we fear the end of the drama. We fear the end of the dream. We fear this interesting thing. Even though it is in polarity, we suffer, we enjoy, we suffer, and we enjoy. But we think, okay, someday will come, we can stop one side of it, that is the suffering side, and then only have enjoyment. So let us continue and try it. So ending it is something we don't like. See, so we are unhappy that it is ending, We are afraid that one day it will end. We see others' own ending. The, the others are sitting by their tellies, the kids watching, and you are also watching yours, and then you hear the other child being pulled away from his telly. The parent comes and pick him, and then you say, "So is my parent also coming to pick me?"
Okay.
When you come, I will resist. You see, so that self which wants to do it is only mental. It's not real.
Okay.
You see, spirit, mind, the difference there is that mind is not perfect. It is just something, it creates things which are not there, the nature of the mind. So if mind is dissolved, the thing he created is also dissolved. You see, but spirit never gets dissolved because it's eternally what it is. You see, this is the gist of the whole show. So death, per se, in a sense, is a return to your originality, to your real self, the eternal part of you, which is untouched by anything. It does not burn, it does not die, it does not drown in anything. Whatever is happening in the dream is not happening to the spirit.
Spirit. Okay. Okay. Jan Cosmic Foundation, we are discussing death, and there are a lot of new revelations here Dr. Baffour Jan is sharing with us. Please share your comments down below if you have any questions related to death. We have some few questions here related to death and breath, and maybe when we are about to end, I'll chip in one or two things. Then maybe you try and answer that for us. It's based on some previous videos we did, and it's related to this topic, and people would like to know more about that. And so we will chip in some of the questions. But doctor, briefly, I want us to find out some advantages and maybe some demerits about withdrawing to the self. We are more focused on the external. We don't want to go back. Even when you hear about death, hey. But as you are saying, there are some merits, I think, that will help us going back to ourselves. And there's some merit in remaining in the dream state.
Merits.
Yes,
in
advantages. Yes,
in the dream
not
state.
like as the example you gave. My mom is. I'm watching cartoons and my mom is coming to drive me out of it. I still want to watch the cartoons.
Yeah.
What benefit does that provide for me?
Yeah. There is timing that the cartoon is switched on, and there will be timing for it to be switched off. So if you are absorbing it and you can have half 50%, 50% awareness of who you are before coming to sit there to watch, then it helps you to remember that it had a starting point, it will have an end point. And even where you have reached in the film or documentary or the dream or drama or the cartoons, where it has reached can only be seen when you can back off a bit to yourself. Then it reveals, oh, you are eternal and this thing started at this time and where you have reached and what is remaining. You can only see when you have withdrawn a bit, you see. But when you absorb inside it, you don't even remember when it started and where you have reached and how many minutes are left. You don't even know. You are only absorbed and you want it to continue. You see. So if you back off a bit and it is 50-50, sometimes we have what we call lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming, you'll be dreaming and then you'll be aware you are dreaming. Sometimes it happens to people.
Yeah.
You are dreaming and then you know you are dreaming. You see, when it is like that, it means 50-50. You are in it and you are out of it a bit. That's why you are able to see you are dreaming. See, so that stage is more advanced. It means you will not be shocked when finally the thing has to go off. But when the experience of that self making you see that it is a dream, if it is not happening like that, then the dream becomes your reality only. You see, you don't see it as a dream, you see it as real. And then when it has to end, panic.
And I believe that's a disadvantage to you.
Yes, it's a disadvantage. Okay. So when it is 50-50, then you experience something that it's people talk about it, but they don't really know it. Is the same with life. They say the drama is for education and entertainment. But when your head is inside it and you've forgotten it is a drama, you've forgotten it's a dream, then you are not able to say it that way. You see, that it is for entertainment and it's for education. You may not even learn anything from it. You are only in emotions about everything going on. You see, and you are in suspense all the time. But when a little withdrawal to 50-50, that point, it is wonderful. Then you can see the meaning, the education inside it. Then the whole thing becomes interesting. You see, the whole thing, even when it is difficult inside it, when sad things are happening, when a lot of things are happening that jolts, you are not jolting because the balanced self is now 50%. And then you can see all that is going on and you don't panic. Because the balanced self is in the picture now. Are you getting me?
I'm getting
So the spirit is in balanced state, peaceful eternally. So if you can back into your spirit 50% and you are in the drama 50%, then the panic that would have come if you are not having awareness of yourself in any percentage, but only 100% absorbed in the dream, all that kind of panic will not be happening if you have that realization. Now, evolution means increasing the awareness of the self. So instead of 100% absorption in the film, you are now awakening to yourself. It becomes a lucid dream, half-half. Now you realize I'm dreaming, you know. So all these things going on, I'm dreaming. So when you come to that state, then we say you have evolved. Evolving means like a return to who you are, you know. So it helps the whole drama, the whole dream to be different. Yeah. So two people watching the film or the dream, one is absorbed 100% and the other is absorbed 50%. I always say that person who is 50-50 in absorption he or she knows how to swim in this drama. He's not panicking. The waves are coming. He sees all these things going on. He's not in panic because he knows how to swim. How to swim means your spirit self, your real self is in the picture. And then the dream is also in the picture. That one, you are a swimmer. You see, you take the whole drama like the ocean, and it's presenting waves, and you are absorbing it 100%. The wave go this way, it takes you there. So emotions and everything is affecting you. And that means you don't know how to swim. You see. But when we talk about spiritual development, spirit doesn't develop though. But what it means is you are returning to who you are. So the percentage is increasing side by side with the absorption in the drama, in the dream. So certain persons, they have been able to move 20% self-awareness and 80% absorption in the drama. Some persons, 10% self-awareness and 90% absorption in the drama or the dream. And that person with the 10% self-awareness, we can say maybe he's a sleeping soul. You see, he's a sleeping soul. Sleeping means he's absorbing, dreaming. You see. And sometimes it's getting close to like 100%. And when it's drawing closer to 100%, something will happen. And those are the people sometimes, or entities that people will call demons. Now I'm explaining deeper. You see?
They are more absorbed in the dream state.
In the dream state, to the extent that they don't give room to self-awareness at all. And whatever is going on is their reality eternally. That is how they think. They don't know. And because of that, if the dream state is becoming a nightmare, they are living in nightmare situation, that is them. And they do any kind of things. It's a drama doing, but they think they are doing. And they connect with negativity all the time. But when one is becoming more aware, then the other side of negativity will pop up. Then one is becoming more compassionate, loving, peaceful, and whatever. So those things are increasing to show that you are backing off to self-awareness. See, naturally, you see certain persons are very peaceful, certain persons they are not. You see certain persons are compassionate, certain persons are not. Certain persons are gentle, certain persons are not. So the evolution, the self-awareness brings certain qualities. And when there is less self-awareness, then those qualities are overshadowed. And then we are more involved in things which are, they are actually anomalies, but we take them to be real, you see. So in this way, it is a great thing for one to arrive at a point where his awareness has risen to close to 50%.
Okay.
If somebody has read like 40% self-awareness and 60% in the drama,
It's even okay.
yeah, he's getting
because,
better.
yes.
He's getting better. You see? So all this life, the competition and all those that we want to be better than the other, and You have to be better than you. You
Not
see?
the other person.
No, 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 no. So the percentage of self-awareness is so personal, so individual. It's just you. And we don't turn attention to ourselves. Our attention is outward, and it's like all the time we find scapegoats here and there, and we continue to suffer. You see, so death means that withdrawal to self-awareness, which if you achieve that 50%, 50%, you wouldn't, the death experience will be noted by 50%, so that it is like a mild thing. You just shift. It just shifts. And there's no panic. But when the self-awareness is just small percentage and you are dominated by the dream, then death experience is really, yeah, wait. You know, so sometimes we watch people, even as they cry upon the topic of death, and it's like deep, 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 yeah. It's, we smile inside because, oh, pity.
Doctor, clarify this.
You don't die, but you think you are dying. Somebody died, but he died.
But clarify this for me, please.
Yes.
Last time you gave me a quotation that Paul said, I die daily.
Yeah.
And based on what you are saying, it's I'm really following. It's in line with what you said. But I want to know the difference between that and withdrawing completely from the physical and the like the internal.
Yeah.
As we know, physical death, somebody will die, as you were saying, and maybe he will completely go off the memory too. That is death. One side of death, I'm thinking based on what you are explaining.
Yes.
And you gave me a quotation, as I told you. Paul said, I die daily. And that was also, you explained a little bit different to me. Can you please compare these two scenarios for me? Withdrawing completely from the body, like as in death, as we know in the physical reality, death. And pair what you are saying as you have to be aware of being in the drama. I'm a little bit confused. Explain further.
Yes. In actual fact, when you withdraw from the drama, it doesn't actually mean the television is destroyed. It is still there. Another time, another drama can go on.
Explain again. I don't understand you. You are saying
when you have a telly, they are watching the cartoons, absorbed. Now, if the child or whoever is watching is pulled away from it, the connection of the mind is on it. There is a memory. You're still thinking of all those things. And he gets attracted to watching it again.
Okay.
You see, and the spirit can decide to say, okay, you have so much interest in that thing, but always I have a time I set it on, and I have a time to put it off. So come sleep or come rest. Then after some time I'll take you back there. Or come and eat. After that, I will go and put it on for you again. So this comes to be rebirth. That sometimes people call reincarnation, whatever. Spirit can be attracted back to it because it's so absorbed. Interest is something that if it is very strong interest, then depending on all the desires we have, if the desire to get that dream to continue is deep in the spirit, in the person's mind. The spirit may switch it on again, but this time different documentary, different cartoon. The cartoons are in series. So another series or show. You see. So spirit is interested in all those things. That's why they exist. They appear to be real, but it's not. So anyway, when Paul says, I die daily, what it means is that every day he tries to be better than himself of yesterday. The percentage of self-awakening, if it is 20%, and the absorption in the drama is 80%, then every day, like today, if that is the percentage, by the close of the day, he would like it to become self-awakening 25%, and then absorption 75%.
Wow. Wow.
Then the next day, he will die again. Dying means reducing the absorption. You see?
The false identity.
The false identity. So he's dying, he's killing the false identity. He's dying slowly. Every day he dies slowly. So it will change to 30%, and then this will be 70% absorption in the drama. Then the next day, 35% or 40% self-aware, and then let's say 60% absorption in the dream. So he keeps dying each day slowly. That's why he said, I die daily. And that is bringing him to the awakening point, you see. And when we live a life of moderation, then it permits us to really be at the point of readiness to withdraw. When you are too much, no moderation, just absorbing the drama, as people do, then your percentage is drawing closer to 100% in the dream. And when it is like that, excuse me to say, you're not too far away from what they call demon. Because, you see, you are covering your God nature. So a demon is absorbing the drama to the extent that he is forgetting totally his divine. You see. So who he is 100% getting covered up. Then that is that we are earning the title of demon. Yes. But whatever it is, even if it is 100% covered, it is there. Like when you are burning wood for charcoal, you may cover everything there in a sense, but the fire is going on inside. You see, it's going on inside. So the spirit is always there, even when there's a demon.
Let me ask this question from someone who sent us this question through one of our videos we did about breath, longevity, and death. And the person wanted to find out, I know you've answered it in some way, but wanted to find out that if everything is set, then is it possible for one to know his or her time to exit the drama? Yeah, I know you've answered it in a different way, but try and answer some for him. And I also like to add this to it. When I was young, my father gave me a history about a man that I was named after, Nana Kwenu. And my dad told me the man was able to predict the exact date he was able to die and the time. He said he would die at 12 midday, and exactly 12 midday he died. Are there some secrets to these things?
Yeah. As far as mind is concerned, it is a secret. But when you are becoming more aware spiritually, it is normal because it is known eternally. The Spirit has all knowledge. I mean, there isn't anything anywhere to be known new. So it knows, and not just knows, but even the drama to go on is just a little bit energy from the Spirit projected to let these things happen. So Spirit knows everything about it. You know, in the scriptures, sometimes it says God knows the number of hairs on your head. You know, it's just a statement to show you that instead of saying he knows everything, then he says like that.
Because it's impossible to count the number.
Yeah, but it's known. You see, it's impossible for the mind.
Exactly.
But not for the Spirit. Spirit knows. So there are some people, or there were some people in the past, like you are talking of. Is it? Yeah.
My grandfather.
Grandfather. They, this is interesting. When the person is evolved to some point, it has nothing to do with the worldly education. You see, worldly education is just mind fretting about the drama and getting information to store. You know, but you see, so that we have memory, more in our memory. That is all we are doing with worldly education. You see, but the mind that is storing all these memories, you will die from it in the long run. So it makes like outer death, inner death, and then you become pure spirit. You see, the inner realm is very huge. You see, so the outer is just, I've told you, is just about 4%, and the inner 96%. So when we die from the physical, it's not all. The memory storage is also different forms, but they are not fixed. They're always on the move, changing based on. So it's also a drama of its own, internal side. Now, somebody is evolved, let's say, to 30% self-aware and absorbed in the drama, 70%. But as they age, as they grow, becoming old, your grandfather, sometimes they are gaining certain experiences, and their spirit is telling them, is pulling away from the drama slowly. You see, they are pulling away from the drama slowly. So the self-awareness is increasing. So by the time they get very old, some of them, now all this absorption in the drama, the interest is reducing. See, when you are young, the interest is increasing into it. When they are growing older, they are withdrawing. You see, so sometimes they get to a point that they've withdrawn enough to be aware of when it started and where they reached and how many the time left. So it's no wonder your grandfather could tell the actual time that his role will end. And that itself tells you this is the same with everybody. There is a timing. If there is a time for him, there's a time for everybody. You see, that itself is something you can learn from. That not knowing it is not normal.
And maybe I'm thinking, maybe because of what you said, maybe we are fully involved in
exactly.
the drama, so
yes.
might not know.
Yes. So at best, if we can awaken to 50%, and then there is that 50% in the drama, then we are different. Then you have the chance to know about when the drama started and where you have reached and when it is going to end. You can know it. And specific.
So if I want to, right now, I want to withdraw and know when the drama ended and started, I don't know if you can share something with me, some experiences with me so that I can drop down more of the false identity, more down of the dream, and increase the percentage on my self-awareness.
Good. See what you already mentioned, Paul saying, I die daily. So you are to die daily.
So
every
day I should do things that will increase
self-awareness
and reduce
absorption in the
simultaneously.
dream, so that when it gets balanced, then you live a wonderful life. Yeah. So 50%, 50%. And when the time is close to end for the person, then the one who is 50%, 50%, then when the time is coming to a close, then the balance between the two is where pure spirit targets to take over from.
Okay.
When the absorption in the dream is higher in percentage, then one cannot withdraw 100%. You withdraw, but the memory is where the inner layers, inner bodies will be hooking to the memory. So you are still in the drama. Even when you drop the physical side, you are still in the drama because the memory of the whole show is still inside the internal. And your internal bodies will be experiencing that side. It is all memories. And sometimes it is not just this lifetime memory, but all the documentaries you've watched before, that is different bodies you have passed through, they are all stored in a memory. And then with your inner bodies, you pass through these stages again. But then you have to die from that also by increasing the self-awareness so that you drop even the memories. You see? Now, so once you finally achieve that, then the topic of I and the Father are one can take place. That means the part of you that is awakening from the dream, once the dream is totally including the memory, everything is taken away or withdrawn from, then all of a sudden you awaken and you are the Father. You see, you are the children, you are a child, absorbed inside there, you come out, and once you realize the dream is gone, and the memory too, you try to withdraw from it internally, and you achieve it, then you realize you are God.
Wow.
The oneness with the truth, you see. So this is the challenge for the human life. And every day, like you asked, every day if we can die daily, as Paul said it, that means every day we have to go through our lives in such a way that it reveals more of our self-awareness. And once you are doing like that, you get to the point you see clearly that you don't die, that you are the eternal self. And this is the dreaming process. You come to know it. When you are in the borderline between the two, then it's like now you know, oh, this is dream and this is me. And that helps you and then the feeling dying is no more there, and no fears. And you also know when the whole dream will be withdrawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask a couple of questions from some of our viewers. It's still about breath, longevity, and death.
Okay.
The person said, interesting topic, doctor. My question is that when you do physical exercises, it also makes you breathe faster. And therefore, does it affect your lifespan since breath is moving at a faster pace? In that video, you made an utterance that life depends on the breath,
Yeah.
like the number of where you are breathing, either faster or slowing down and stuff like that. And he's asking that he used to do practices. When he's doing
Exercises.
his exercising, the breath is moving very
Increase.
faster,
Yeah.
and will that affect his lifespan?
Very good question. When certain things, emotional energy is in your energy field, it makes you breathe faster. And that is coming from emotions like anger, and then you're breathing, anxiety, fear, and then you're breathing, that one quickens you to, it's reducing your the number of breaths. So the longevity is actually, in a sense, is being reduced.
Okay.
You see, but when it comes to exercises, there is something interesting. What is interesting is this. See, I've always talked about polarity. So when you breathe in a life force, you breathe in oxygen, and you are storing them, you are keeping them through the exercises. In the long run, even though it appears you are breathing that much fast, but the secret is that at the end of the exercise, the breath swings to the other side, comes to be very relaxed. You see, very relaxed. So it is intentionally pulled this way, and it is not the type coming out of anxiety and fear, which keeps you in that state, and it doesn't make you relaxed. Remember, if somebody is in anxiety continuously, he's not relaxed, he's not resting. He can't rest. In the night, he wants to sleep, he can't sleep. But somebody does exercise like this, and after that, when he gets into sleep, deeper, relaxed. So the breath slows down even beyond where it was before you did the exercise. It will slow down much more. So it's something in a disguise. As you do it, it's like you are speeding up your breath. But it's actually the opposite side that you are aiming at.
Okay, you are aiming at slowing down your breath.
Your breath to a very low level, and that brings about deep relaxation. So the aim of the exercise is not merely like the aerobics you just do for muscle development or whatever. This is different. Internal exercises, you do it, and it goes along with breath. And the breath is rhythmic. You guide a breath, rhythmic. And you empty the system of all toxic in the lungs, the carbon dioxide, you breathe it out strongly, cleansing the system, Then you come to rest after that. Even if you are going to work or doing anything, your breath has subsided beyond normal because it really settles beyond where it was before, which you called normal. It relaxes much more. And that is the aim of the exercise. It's not the exercise for exercise sake. It is exercise to help you relax deeper. Yeah, so this is and once you relax deeper, then the number of breaths that are given you will extend.
Okay.
You see, it will extend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And there was also another argument, but it's not in the questions. Someone wanted to find out because we were saying we are always in the spirit realm, as even initially you said that we are spirits. It's just that we've lowered our frequency to the mind and body. So if we are always in the spirit realm, I don't want to think, now I'm beginning to feel death is good. So can I also say I'm always death or I'm always dying? Is that a positive statement?
There is something about what you have said.
Okay.
Anything which is happening mentally is not the reality because it is the dream itself. So you may be dreaming that or what you are seeing
You are in the spirit
in
realm.
the spirit realm, but it is also dreaming state. Because the mind. See, so all the belief systems, they are all mental. They are all inside the drama, inside the dreaming. You see, like sometimes you dream you have received so much wealth or money or whatever, and you are joyful in that. But or you have met an angel blessing you, and you are waking as no angel, no blessing, nothing around you. So you only think, maybe the blessing is coming. I see. And then the nightmare comes, and you are being chased by cows and cattle and many other things happening. And that also, you are waking, and none of those. You see, so in this way, everything is just in the mind.
The mind.
You see, so all the belief systems, somebody coming into the world is just a documentary within the drama.
Okay.
You see, even the Dr. Jan here is a documentary in the drama. You see, but it's a documentary calling attention that you are absorbed in this drama. You are absorbed, but you, who are you? You see, so it's a documentary interrupting the drama to call attention to you.
So they are pointers. I could say
Yes,
they are pointers.
they are pointers.
Okay.
You see?
Right. We just want to wrap up, but if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions, anything, just drop it down. Doctor, let's wrap up. We don't have enough time. Death.
Yes.
The final
So
words.
the final thing is that panic, anxiety about death is a really uncomfortable thing. Nobody wants to be in that state. Yet we find ourselves in that state, and that we can also back off from that. And a lot depends on readiness to understand these things.
Okay.
If we are narrow-minded, we can't get much understanding. And if we open up, then understanding can enter. And then it's like, oh, where we have reached, I need to be withdrawing a bit and be aware of myself. And when that happens, we say you are a seeker.
Okay.
And that is why it says, seek and you will find. And what are you to seek? The kingdom. Kingdom, they don't have the meaning of kingdom. You see, spirit is king. And the drama is the subject because it depends on you. You see, you rule the drama. All the dreaming process is inside you. And therefore, it is like your subject and you are the king over it. But then, if you attain that state, then things going on in the dream are under your permission, your control. You give it energy for it to happen. So if you withdraw energy, it doesn't happen. You see? So that understanding takes away all the anxiety. You see? So, beloved brothers and sisters, life is about awakening to that understanding. Otherwise, we'll continue to be suffering. Yes. Yeah, so that is it. So through the Jan Cosmic Foundation, we connect to the teachings. And in fact, it is not just what is thrown to the public. If one is really serious, he has to connect for more personal lessons.
Okay.
Yes. I always say that a farmer will not throw the seeds anyhow. He looks for where the soil is fertile and he puts the seed there. So one has to come to the point of really being determined to have it. And then when you demonstrate the determination and humility, then you can be given the seed. Then it will germinate. And the seed of understanding, if I'm saying seed, it's not like I'm going to give you something thick like this, you know, but it's understanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much, Dr. Jan. Thank you also for watching. Please check the numbers in the description box. Pick our number, Jan Cosmic Foundation. Call us if you're really a seeker, you want to be a part of the courses. Pick the number and call. Thank you once again for joining. Possibly I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay.